Super B Products is proud to present the Kart Be Kleen SoCal Money Series. Also being brought to you by K1RaceGear.com, K1 Speed of Ontario, California, Empire Karts, Riptech, and Bridgestone Motorsport. Haddock Limited, ADT Security Systems, True Tech Racing Engines, Avon by Trisha Aurelio, and Go Racing Magazine. Grange Motor Circuit, Adams Motorsports Park, 7thgear.com, Tri-C Karters, and the SoCal Sprinters Kart Club. Kart Life, Blue Agave Southwestern Grill, Reaper Racing, Jacob Ostel Photo, Cal Speed Karting, and Hyper Racing Engines. From Apple Valley, California, with the Grange Motor Circuit, this is J.R. Ibarra here with Kart Racer TV. Great to have you along with us for this great afternoon of racing as you see our race back high above the high desert of sunny Southern California. Why don't we get right to our starting grid for this afternoon's race? It will be Tyler Brooks and Luis Martinez on the front row, followed by Joey Barros and Steve Drusilla in row number 2. Martin Harnoy and Joe Grable will make up row number 3. It will be Kyle Kunze along with the road racing veteran Stu Hayner in row number 4. Larry Hayashigawa and Carl Modoff will make up row number 5. In row number 6, it's Kanji Takagi along with Kyle Hayner. Brian Phillipson and Greg Perhaps, the NASCAR veteran, making up row number 7. In row number 8, it's Dennis Huber-Setzig along with James Bratton. Chris Saris and Nathan Sabodu will make up row number 9. And in row number 10, it will be Tim Sluzarzik along with Brad Richardson. In row number 11, Steve Laguna along with Stephen Holtzman. Michael Pringle along with Nick Johnston make up row number 12. It will be Chris Smith and Ricker Hunt in row number 13. Paul Bonilla, the veteran, way back in the 14th row along with Richard Davis. He'll have some territory to make up. Jason Bunch and Bill McAllister in row number 15. And Eric Lazar from Karting to Live will be in row 16. Joey Barros giving us the wave as he'll take us on board for much of the action this afternoon. So we'll keep an eye on Joey on his top kart for the afternoon, as it looks like we're just about set to go green. Once again, high atop this beautiful racing facility, 0.8 of a mile, 15-lap main event. This will be the first of 2 main events for the afternoon. We'll tell you a little bit about that in just a sec as they're slowly coming down with Brooks leading the pack. And we go green, brought to you by K1 Speed of Ontario, California. Let's see if these 31 karters can make it through turn number 1. So far, so good. A little bit of bumping and grinding, and perhaps getting off into the dirt. So the NASCAR veteran doing a little bit of off-roading here as he takes it into turn number 4. Brooks will be your leader as they take it out of 5, heading into turn number 6. So far, everybody's safely through as they round to the left turner in turn number 8. 15 laps of racing in this main event. Joey Barros in the second spot, followed by Luis Martinez. So it's Brooks, Barros, Martinez rounding out your top 3. Coming down that short back straightaway as we go on board with the K1RaceGear.com race cam. Joey Barros, really a veteran in the Southern California karting wars, as we come down to complete lap number 1. And there you see a nice gap already between your leader Brooks and the rest of the pack as they come down that long 950-foot straightaway. 14-turn racetrack, great racing, very challenging track for drivers from the comments I've heard. This KPV4 heavy class, the Kart Be Kleen SoCal Money Series. You want to know more about the action here, go to superbproducts.com. There you'll see our schedule as you see the racers in positions 2, 3, 4, and 5 really beginning to duke it out as Brooks continues to expand his lead even further. Coming down that short straightaway. There you see high above this big expansive racing facility. There you see the gap beginning to develop between Brooks and second place Barros, as Barros is going to get the heat now by Martinez. Looking to the inside, Luis Martinez as they head into turn number 2, has the spot and will take away that position. So Luis Martinez will take over position 2 as we are on lap number 3, brought to us by Empire Karts. There's a look back into your top 10. Larry Hayashikawa there in that Tony kart, rounding out the top 10. As Brooks going to make the left-hander into turn number 8. So Brooks looking to expand that lead as now we look a little bit further back with Stu Hainer, Brian Phillipson in that mix, along with the likes of Joe Grable. Headed out of turn number 12. Martinez now in pursuit with Barros in that 3rd spot. Back on board with Joey Barros in the K1RaceGear.com race cam. Headed out of 14 down that long straightaway. And look at the gap now beginning to exist between Brooks and the rest of the pack. Here's Martin Harnoy with Kyle Kunze and Carl Modoff in positions 4, 5, and 6. Now in lap number 4, brought to us by Ribtech as they head out of turn number 4. So we have some nice battles going on as you see these racers getting through turn number 4. Nice shot provided by our aerial cam this afternoon. Martin Harnoy, if you recall, was on the podium in our inaugural race at Cal Speed Karting in Fontana, California. So he obviously is trying to get himself back to another top 10, top 5, top 3 finish here with the 2nd race of our Kart Be Clean SoCal Money Series. Back on board with Joey Barros on his top kart. And look at that gap even further, just about 12, maybe 15 kart lengths on 2nd place, Luis Martinez. So just in a matter of 5 laps, 1/3 through this race, Brooks has really extended his lead quite significantly as we go back a little bit further to see some of the action there. Kyle Hainer and Steve Drzilla bringing us that action. And if you want to get into the action yourself, go to superbproducts.com, learn more about this brand new professional karting series where you can get yourself in the driver's seat and compete for cash. Coming out of turn number 12, Tyler Brooks. Brooks, who himself ran on the podium, I should say, over at Cal Speed Karting in our inaugural race, is looking to try to put himself back on the top of the ring here. As Martinez now putting a little bit of a gap on Barros as they cross the start-finish line. There you see the rest of the race pack coming down that main straightaway. As now in lap number 6, brought to us by Haddock Limited. There you see the rest of the race pack coming through turn 4, headed into turn 5. These racers coming out of 6 into 7, now going to make the left-hander into turn number 8. Back up front with our leader, Tyler Brooks, aboard his Cosmic Kart chassis, followed by Luis Martinez and Joey Barros. And there you see the rest of the pack beginning to spread out here in this very sizable racetrack. And now it looks like Martinez pulls into the pits. Luis Martinez has exited the racetrack. You kind of saw it off to the top right hand of your screen there. So as we head into lap number 7, brought to us by ADT Security, Joey Barros will inherit the 2nd position. Looking back further to the race back, everybody cleanly through, coming down that main straightaway, headed into turn number 1. So Martinez has given up that spot. I would imagine some mechanical difficulties has taken him to the pit side. So unfortunately for Luis Martinez, who was having a pretty good run this afternoon, he'll be done at least for this main event. Back on board with Joey Barros once again. Through turn number 11, headed to 12, trying to track down Tyler Brooks, who's really has had his way. Look at that gap. There is Brooks at the left side of your screen. Almost a full straightaway lead as far as the back straightaway is concerned. So he has really put himself in a very nice position as we now hit into lap number 8. Harnoy looking to the outside to try to make a move on Barros. Can't make it stick as they come out of 3, headed into 4. And Barros looking around. He knows Harnoy is there. So Harnoy is going to put the pressure now, and it looks like Kunze putting the pressure on Harnoy. Back up above this racing facility. As now Kunze putting some pressure on Harnoy. Barros putting a little bit of a gap on Harnoy. Look at Kunze looking to the inside of Harnoy, coming out of 11, headed back into 12, and he will slam the door on Kunze and maintain that 3rd spot. Barros trying to put a bigger gap between he and Harnoy, but Harnoy does not want to go anyplace. As we're now headed to lap number 9. There you see that pack kind of in that drafting mode, and it looks like Modov will put the move on Kunze and take that spot away. So some changes here in this lap. Once again, do you want to be part of this great action? Head to superbproducts.com, and there you'll find out all the great information on how you can get behind the driver's seat and race for cash. There you see Barros making a little bit of an adjustment. Barros really working it here as Harnoy continues to be in hot pursuit coming down that rear back straightaway. Still about a 2-kart length lead, or gap I should say, from Barros to Harnoy as they come down that main straightaway. Look at that gap though. There's your leader as he comes across to the Go Racing Magazine stripe. And here's the rest of your pack. So Brooks has set a toward pace as now Harnoy going to look to the inside ahead into turn number 1. He'll make the move and take that position away. Barros coming right back as they head into turn number 4. He can't make it stick. So Martin Harnoy will now be in your 2nd spot. So Barros drops 1 position. Harnoy running now in 2nd, followed by Modov and Kunze heading into the left turn number 8. So Martin Harnoy has really been consistent running in that top 5. Barros looking to the inside there as they head into number 11, but he shuts the door quite quickly. So now it will be up to Barros to try to make up that territory and try to get his position back. And looking to the inside will be Modov. Kunze's right there as well, so they'll both make the position move on Barros and slip him back to the 5th spot. So just like that, within a matter of 1 lap, as we are now in lap 11, brought to us by 7thgear.com, Joey Barros has dropped 3 positions. He'll be in the number 5 spot. Ahead of him will be Kunze, ahead of him will be Modov, and Martin Harnoy continues to run in 2nd. Notice Tyler Brooks is nowhere to be seen. He is way ahead of these racers. So he's really had a fine afternoon, as obviously his race car has handled very well through most of this contest. Harnoy taking it through 11, almost challenged there by Modov. Coming on at 12, down that back straightaway. Everybody looking around to see where everybody is at, as Kart Life now bringing us this shot with Joey Barros. Kart Life with some great race gear. If you're into the karting lifestyle, that is the manufacturer you definitely want to look towards. Coming down that main straightaway, Harnoy kind of ducking down, trying to get somewhat of an aero advantage as we are now in lap number 12. Brought to us by our host racetrack, Grange Motor Circuit. Now Modov looking to put some pressure on Harnoy as we go back up front to our leader, Tyler Brooks, as he's making the left-hander into turn number 8. And there's your gap really between 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. As now Modov putting the pressure on Harnoy. Out of 9 into 10, now into 11. Puts the move on Harnoy, gets to the inside and will take the spot along with Kunze. Just like that, a little bit of bumper tag puts Harnoy back a couple of spots. I would imagine that Harnoy is not too happy about that, as he's trying to get back. Gets passed by two of the racers there with both Modoff and Kunze. Those guys will tag team as they come down the main straightaway, do a little bit of tag teaming, kind of a bumper tag, NASCAR style, coming down on that long straightaway as we are now in lap number 13. There you see Harnoy putting the bumper there to Kunze, so he obviously is probably a little hot under the collar after getting bumped out of the way and losing that second position. Coming into turn number 6 to turn 7, we'll make the left hand into number 8. And now a little bit of a gap between Modoff and Kunze. And now a gap between Kunze and Harnoy. So these racers beginning to spread out just a bit as they come down that back straightaway. Modoff repositioning himself in the seat, as they'll make the right-hander into 13, left-hander into 14. Tri-C Carters will bring us lap number 14 as we are winding things down here. 2 laps remaining. These guys have put on a great show, but nonetheless, things have really slipped out of their hand in terms of the top spot, with Tyler Brooks continuing to have his way. But these racers putting on some great action. Once again, back up front to Tyler Brooks. Coming up on some lap traffic with Chris Saris in front of him. Unfortunately, Saris spun a little bit earlier and took himself out of contention. Remember, this is the first of 2 main events for the afternoon, so in spite of the fact that Brooks is running away with us so far, these racers will have another opportunity with another complete 15-lap main event, and we'll bring that to you right here on Kart Racer TV. The catch on the next main event is that they will run in the reverse position, so that will give a little trickery there as we have 1 lap remaining for Tyler Brooks. Jacob Austell bringing us this final lap. So Brooks seemingly going to come up with the victory in main event number 1. As we said, they will run in a reverse rotation, so the tuners and the drivers will really be challenged in the next main event, as Tyler Brooks will once again put himself on the podium and come away with this victory. 31 karts for this afternoon. Obviously, the popularity of this brand new professional racing series has really caught on with some of the racers in the California area. In fact, we've had some racers come from around some of the local states such as Nevada, Arizona to be a part of today's action. So headed down for the checkered flag, it will be Tyler Brooks as he comes down at Main Straightaway, already waving to the crew, and he takes the checkered and the win for the afternoon. Followed by Modoff, Kunze, Harnoy, and Barros in your top 5. There you see the rest of the pack making it through the start-finish line. And it will be Tyler Brooks enjoying the spoils as he takes the top spot, followed by Kyle Kunze, Martin Harnoy, Carl Modoff, Joey Barros, Nick Johnston, Steve Drzilla, Kyle Hayner, Joe Grable, and Paul Bonilla with a great run, making it to the top 10. So congrats to Paul. Stu Hayner, Dennis Uber-Setsik, Brian Phillipson, Larry Hayashigawa, Nathan Tiabodu, Jason Bunch, Stephen Holzman, Richard Davis, Tim Sluzarczyk, and Greg Perhax round out your top 20. For the remainder of the pack, Steve Laguna, Chris Smith, Bill McAllister, Ricker Hunt, Chris Saris, James Bratton, Michael Pringle, Luis Martinez, Kanji Takagi, Brad Richardson, and Eric Lazar.
Super B Products is proud to present the Kart Be Kleen SoCal Money Series. Also being brought to you by K1RaceGear.com, K1 Speed of Ontario, California, Empire Karts, Riptect, and Bridgestone Motorsport. Haddock Limited, ADT Security Systems, True Tech Racing Engines, Avon by Trisha Aurelio, and Go Racing Magazine. Grange Motor Circuit, Adams Motorsports Park, 7thgear.com, Tri-C Carters, and the SoCal Sprinters Kart Club. Kart Life, Blue Agave Southwestern Grill, Reaper Racing, Jacob Austell Photo,
SoCal speed karting, and hyper racing engines. For Kart Racer TV, this is JR Ibarra. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.